Ngiyanibingelela bazalwane egameni lenkosi Jesu Kristu. Ngiyambonga uNkulunkulu sebe muhle ukuthi sibone losuku lwanamhlanje singenile ku-2026. Kukhona abangazange baze bangene kodwa God favored us so much. I'm greeting the bishop, umongameli, abefundisi bonke, all the structures of the church, uMalihambe, umbuthano, youth Sunday school. I'm greeting you all. Bazalwane, I'm Mrs. Mohlala, Joy Gloria Hlengiwe Manxumalo. I'm your Treasurer General kulaba abangangazi. I'm responsible for the finances for the church. Also, I'm pastoring my circuit, a Primrose, call it Arnimalo House of Prayer. So, bazalwane, I'm just here to share briefly our finances. How did we progress in 2025? And also, we're just gonna do also forward looking. What is it that we're gonna be focusing on in 2026? For 2025, bazalwane, you did very, very well. In terms of the contributions we had to make, we've got the quotas that we do contribute monthly. So different conferences have got different amounts that they're contributing for the quotas. So if you want to know more information about the type of the contributions that we make, you can just consult your treasurer, whether it's the annual or second treasurer. They should be able to guide you on that. I'm just going to list because of time. It's a quota that we contribute every month. And then also once a year, we contribute towards the Bishop's Appreciation. And then we also have got the area fellowship that we contribute, which is the conferences within the Southern African, I'm going to call it hemisphere. It's a wrong terminology I'm using, but it is Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, and Mozambique. So we've got the area fellowship that we contribute towards, which is actually 1,500. And then also we've got the World Jews. So those are the finances that we need to submit once a year to the World Conference. And then one additional contribution that we've got is the matric celebration. So I think we started this year to contribute towards that. For this year, each conference has contributed 6,500. So I just want to commend you, bazalwane, on that one. Really, we're busy preparing for the matric celebration, which is going to be now on the 17th of January. And I must say, really, we're going to be appreciating about 91 matriculants. We're going to have about 75 that are going to be attending the event. So just want to say thank you, bazalwane, for your contribution on that one. We're very excited about that event. We're going to be hosting it here in Goldfields. The reason I'm just spending a little bit of time on that one is that, bazalwane, if we want to grow as a church, we need to learn to grow our own timber. By that, I mean, we need to grow our own graduates that are going to go out there. Uma sebesebenza, they're going to come and invest back into the church. So we really need to put in some effort in showing them that we appreciate them, that we're supporting them as they're going out into the tertiaries or wherever. Some of them are going to be entrepreneurs, wherever they're going, just to show that we actually are appreciating them. So, bazalwane, another thing that I want to just do, I want to just give a shout out to one of the best conferences when it comes to contributions. It's one conference that has really been consistent. That is Mpumalanga. Mpumalanga, really, when it comes to quota, they're number one. Comes to Bishop Appreciation, Area Fellowship, World Jews, Mpumalanga Matric Celebration. They were first. So really, thank you so much, Mpumalanga. You make my life very, very easy because we've got the expenses that we need to pay, especially when we're looking at the quota. The quota help us in paying all the expenses that we need to pay. It's actually dipping into the quota. And then also the other one, really, SKZN in tie with Eastern Cape. Thank you so much also with your contribution We're looking at also Iguruleni tying in with Limpopo, actually Nabo Futi, as well as NKZN. NKZN was lagging behind, but towards the end they sprinted and they closed on their quota. So I think I've mentioned all those ones that did very well. The one that really disappointed me is my home conference, which is Goldfield Conference. Goldfield Conference is really lagging behind, and really they are, they didn't do very, very well. They actually disappointed me. So I'm just hoping, as they're going to be meeting in their annual conference that's going to be in Feb, they're going to put their heads together and see what can they do, because what I've seen, Bazaran, there's been a lot of improvement Kuma conferences in terms of the paying of the quotas. I'm just spending a little bit of time on that one because it's important. It's our bread and butter, really, in the quota. So I know that when it started, your KZN and Eastern Cape were really pushing, and then Mpumalanga also started sprinting. Yadlula wonke umuntu. Iguruleni was lagging a little bit behind. Iguruleni, I think they're lagging. They still need to pay back the 2023. They're lagging on that one. They're still owing us on that one. So yeah, Goldfields have been doing well. It's just in 2024 when they really pulled us back. So I want to encourage you, Goldfields, Mongameli, put together with your board. So bazalwane, like high level, this is how we performed, but you did really well, bazalwane. Ngiyazi ukuthi this is just some of the contributions that we're making. Ngiyazi ukuthi in your conferences also you've got some contributions, but ngiyabonga ukuthi nisprioritize really as the general financial team. Nisprioritize the finance commission for us to get these finances from you. And then bazalwane, I just want to highlight for next year, actually for this year going forward, when we had our board last year, I think it was in October, Bishop highlighted Uti as a target between 2025 up to 2029, we need to have 60 new church plants. The reason I'm highlighting this, Bazalwane, is because we need to start planning in our conferences on how are we going to fund these new church plants that we're going to be having. I'm not going to list them here because of time, but each and every conference has got like about 2 or 3 church plants that they need to come up with. So that means that we need to see how are we going to raise funds to come up with these new church plants that needs to be up and running, that needs to have new leadership, that needs to have new buildings. Yes, we can do it, Bazalwane. Mankumbula, when Solomon was building the temple, he invited the Israelites to contribute. And siyez ukuthi bakhipha. And we know that church was the temple that they built was the best. Izitsha zazikhona were pure gold. All because abazalwane contributed. Nathi asingazinyenzi. Let's contribute, bazalwane. God is going to be blessing us. We need to grow our conference, and unfortunately we can only grow with funds. Asingavumeli umoya othi kuhlale njalo kufuneka izimali for us to grow. Yes, we need to have money, and God provides. So ilokho bazalwane, I want to encourage you on being grateful. Mbongi kakhulu kuma structures ethu uma lihambe umbuthano ne youth in the quotas that they're contributing. I'm grateful. I'm thanking you so much, Malhambe. You always make sure that you're left with zero balance in your target. Umbuthano ngiyabonga kakhulu nani ukuthi you've contributed. There's just few that you're missing, but you are there. Youth also started now, we're contributing on that. I'm just appreciating you and say thank you so much. May God bless you abundantly. Let's not grow weary of doing good, because God will actually bless us, not just us, Tina, but even our future generations. We're going to be growing day by day. It's not a sprint, but it's a marathon. So let's assist each other where we can. You'll notice that we'll come up with new initiatives where we're going to be sharing, seeing how we can encourage each other, how we can come up with new initiatives for us ukuthi sikhulise izikhwama zethu in our conferences as well as our circuit. So really appreciate you, bazalwane. May God bless you. If you've got questions, you come to me or you consult your conference treasurer, who will actually assist you with whatever questions that you have regarding the finances. So ngiyabonga kakhulu bazalwane, uNkulunkulu anibusise. In the year of 2026, let's continue sibambisane ngezandla, supporting our bishops' mission, supporting our board mission, vision. Let's continue helping each other. Ngosini busisi. Amen.